Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing the impeller on the 4 horsepower Mariner from the other day. I ended up grabbing a new impeller, hopefully it's the right one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bolts. Obviously here on this side, this rubber grommet, it comes off and you can separate the gear linkage, and then the lower unit shall drop down, and then I can just inspect what is actually going on there. Look, it could be a worn out rubber because this motor's never run before. It could be anything from that to possibly a clog in the lines because it has been sitting for ages, which I might have to investigate further. But you know, step one is to take down the lower unit and see what condition the actual impeller is in, and then we'll go from there, because it didn't pump water when I ran it, and it's a brand new motor. I don't want to run it for more than I have to get this thing pumping water. So let's get into it. Inside here is the bolt. Got to undo that. Let me just have a quick look. Should bring it down into reverse. That'll get me easy on there. Sorry I cut out a bit there, but I had to take things apart. But it took the rubber grommet, which is here, off from there. On there is an 8mm. At least it looks like an 8mm. Wound that back, and that basically gave me the ability to take these two bolts out. And here is the lower unit. As you can see, it's pretty much brand new because it is brand new. It's run for about a grand total of 30 seconds or however long it did in that video. What I'm going to do now is take these 4 bolts off and inspect the water pump below. See how we're going and how we're looking there. I've taken the bolts off and there it is. Look at that, destroyed, disintegrated. Yeah, bits of water pump everywhere. There it is. I'm going to get it all out. It's all in the bits and pieces. That's why, you know, I should have probably replaced it before I started, but you never know. Anyway, never ran before, so I had faith that it might be okay. Turns out that's not true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the new water pump on, which might not fit, but I'll look into it. When I look at it, let me have a quick look here. This is the replacement water pump. Oh no, yeah, it might. So I'm comparing through my eyes. Yeah, probably will. Alright, I'll make the change. I'll clean this out and I'll make the change. Okay, I have finished putting the pump in. It's ready to go. All I need now is to put the actual lower unit back in, and then I'm going to go kick her over and see if we get any water. Let's do that now. Okay, just inserted the 2 bolts and I've just tightened up the nut in here. Time to put the grommet back on, and then we're ready to give this a test. So I've got to idle for around 15 minutes. That's the usual run-in time for these kinds of things, since it's never run before. So I'm just going to give it 15 minutes to run.